October 15th, October 5th, 2015. Everybody's kind of going through those Mondays. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's Monday. Oh my gosh, I can go back to work. But we're sitting here doing business.
Yeah.
We're getting down to business.
Definitely.
Colby.
We're looking at games, we're looking at stats, we're looking at what we need to look at. That's what we're doing.
And we got a cat live.
And we got a cat. Oh,
Get back, Ollie.
Hey.
We're the RiteGuys, and this is Colby.
My name's Todd.
And we're going to be throwing more than heat tonight. We got an action-packed field show. We got Monday Night Football going on 4 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
And we got, pushing it wrong, but we got us giving you some knowledge for the next little bit. We're going to jump right into UFC 192 in Houston, Texas. Had a nice title fight. And we're going to go through the card real quick. Julia Pena started off the pay-per-view side with pretty good, looked pretty good against Jessica Ai, got the decision. Joseph Benavidez beat Bogutinov by unanimous decision. And in the co-main event, Ryan Darth Bader looked really good. He defeated Rashad Evans, a former champion, by unanimous decision. Beat him pretty much all 3 rounds and kind of cemented him in place with five in a row and looking for a title shot.
Yeah. I don't really even see any other direction on that case that we can really go. I think Bader will probably end up getting that shot. I don't know if it'll be the biggest card there could be, but, he'll get that shot.
That's what we're saying, yeah, maybe stack on a Fox card or something,
Yeah.
and then maybe put another title fight or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But it's going to be a good fight, but the people besides us that, watch fights all the time, I don't know if people want to see that fight, but...
Yeah.
The DC Cormier, in an epic battle, beats Anderson Gustafsson in a split decision. One ref had it. I think all 3 refs probably should have had it. DC, he kind of... I think a lot of people were saying that it was even going into the 5th, and DC just outworked him at the last round and got the nod. But that kind of opens up the door of what's next. We got Bone Jones that's posting pictures. He kind of got his deal situated.
Yeah, he's going to Instagram. He's wanting back, saying he's feeling the itch. All indications are 2016
getting back into things,
yeah.
And maybe 205. He's looking like he's about 235 pounds.
Yeah, he's looking pretty big.
And look like he should be starting on a football team somewhere. But as of right now, I think what's next for DC? I think probably we're thinking
Bader. We're thinking
Bader.
they end up giving him that shot.
Just because he's.
I don't really see any outlining opponents right now. That would.
Because he's won 5 in a row. Anthony Parrish, Rafael Cavalcante, Oven St. Preux, and Phil Davis. He just won the Bellator Seal Night tourney. But his losses are Machida knockout, Glover Teixeira knockout. So, put him in there with DC. He has a nice run going, but he has lost a couple.
Yeah, I see another highlight for DC's reel. That's what I see on that fight. I really do. I
think he will. He will. Will be a good challenger. But
welcome, Randy.
How's it going, Randy? So another question we should ask here is if all of a sudden, if the fight was happening in 4 months, could DC challenge for the actual title if Jones came back to 205? In the 205 division.
Oh, I'm sure you very well could.
I think the layoff for Jones will be obviously hard.
Yeah.
And DC, he's one of those guys that just gets better and better.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that's sponge.
He's no slump. So it was a good fight. It's definitely a great watch.
He was quoted to say that was the biggest, or that was the most.
Hey, what's up, RJ?
What's up, RJ? He was quoted to say that was the most he got beat up in the fight, and he in DC fought Jones.
Definitely.
So that's kind of saying something. As we look forward to the future, there's no big UFCs kind of going for a little bit. There's a World Series of Fighting going on October 17th. That's former UFC guys, John Finch and Okami, are going to go at it. in the main event at 170. And then Matt Hamill, Vinny Magalhaes will be going at 205, former UFC guys. There's a flyweight title fight and a heavyweight title fight. So that's going to be on NBC Sports Network. And let's see here. We're going to be going into some NFL news here. We got some hot topics we're going to be talking about. And we're going to be talking about the Monday night game that's in progress. And some kind of quick news out of baseball. We're going to be talking about that later. But should we talk about the games or should we talk about the... All right. There's some quick highlight games real quick. The Giants kind of say that they're not done yet. They gave up the first two games.
Come out Buffalo, which...
Buffalo was looking to...
Yeah, they were starting to get a lot of praise.
24-10, the Giants setting things up. Usually they do not do anything until the end, but the wide open NFC East right now. St. Louis puts us makes a statement.
Solid win,
The 24-22 victory.
It was a hot Arizona too. They were looking unbeatable coming in. We figured they'd be another 4-0 team.
Yeah, we should be talking about with them in the conversation. But St. Louis, they beat Seattle. We talked about them last week. Maybe, what's going on. They let Pittsburgh kind of sneak away with that last one.
Consistent,
Yeah.
Like they have these kind of performances, but then they have some bad ones.
Yeah. Philadelphia drops another one. They're looking for a lot of questions right now.
Yeah, Philly's not a good day to be Chip Kelly.
To be Chip Kelly, exactly. 23-20. They were up by a little bit towards the end, but Cousins led him on a drive, the Gasson, that ended up having a touchdown catch at the end. Cincinnati really looked good against Kansas City, 36-21.
Yeah.
That's put a statement in the north there. Yeah. As Pittsburgh kind of down.
As always, we'll see if Dalton can put it up in the postseason.
That's the question, if he is going to be able to produce those numbers.
Yeah.
But their team is looking good. Both the running backs, Hill and Bernard, is going to be. They're looking really good. And Cincinnati and their defense, Megaluga, the linebacker. They have Lewis is the coach there. They're always looking good, but can they get going towards the end of the year is their problem.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons 48-21 over Houston. Falcons 4-0 all of a sudden. They're kind of setting up with Carolina. They're 4-0 also. They're kind of setting up in the South there. And
it's a hell of a start for Quinn too, just to be like doing what he's doing right now.
Well, it just kind of showed the Falcons. Their offense has been decent, but they're just needed. We missed a question there. Could you throw that back up there? We'll check that out. Sorry, we were going off about whatever. But the Falcons thing, they've been Julio Jones. He's not been all that healthy. Matt Ryan, he's just been not giving out much help on the offensive line, and all of a sudden they got kind of mixing everything together with Dan Quinn's defense. Who knows with this team? Like I said, I'm looking forward to their matchup with Carolina here in the next few weeks. But so let's go to quick discussions. Kaepernick let's talk about Kaepernick and the 49ers real quick. They win their first week, and all of a sudden things have just been going downhill since. Kaepernick's in a 6-year, $126 million contract, and he is playing like a third stringer or something right now. The things are not going all that well. And they have the good running game there for a little bit, but it seems like they just couldn't get anything going against Green Bay, which is expected. But Green Bay
kept that match in play. That's what was surprising. Was
their defense. Yeah,
within distance, Kaepernick just doesn't have a pocket presence. He doesn't. He can't. He's not progressing very good.
Yeah, that's what we were about to say. The offensive side, their defense kept them in it there a little bit. They should, but even at halftime, they still had a chance at it.
Yeah.
But just offensively wise, offensively couldn't just get it going.
Yeah.
Kaepernick hasn't got it done in there in San Francisco. And we're gonna. I was gonna obviously going already.
Yeah.
This is the first matchup since October 28, 2012. That's kind of an interesting stat. Seattle coming in are 10-point favorites. Obviously, the injury report don't matter, but so far, obviously, I'm sure you guys are all watching it. It's going to be a pretty good game. For some reason, Seattle has 10 points without Marshawn Lynch is not playing today, and Detroit's they're not a horrible team. I think, they've had a couple close. Well, I'm gonna say close games, but they haven't been blown out or anything.
Yeah.
So I think if I was,
arguably one of the best wide receivers in the game.
Oh yeah, of course. And Stafford, he's just going to throw it all night. He's going to be slinging. So I think it's going to be a close game. Quick news out of baseball: the Washington Nationals fired their head coach, Matt Williams. The Nationals were the number one by the odds makers, number one's odds-on favorite coming in this year and didn't make it. Miami Dolphins fired their head coach, replaced him with the tight end coach Dan Campbell, and Lance Dunbar is out for the year. The Dallas Cowboys
ACL tear.
ACL tear, yeah. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for tonight. We're going to have a MLB. Actually, the MLB game starts. The postseason starts tomorrow. That'll be the wild card New York Yankees and Tanaka versus Dallas Keuchel and the Houston Astros that barely hanged on to their playoff lives there. And Wednesday will be a crazy Pittsburgh and Chicago Cubs matchup that they're the second and third ranked National League team. They have to end up playing in the wild card. But we just kind of threw out a quick kind of rundown of the UFC and NFL, and we're just kind of let everybody else get back to the Monday night game.
Yeah, definitely. We got our first stenches of a preseason of an NBA. So I mean, obviously, in our future podcast, we'll get us some. We don't actually cover that, but what was it? Who was it that won that? Just won locally. Who was that again?
Ben?
Oh yeah, you got the name of it. Dude just won some frizz golf thing, but nonetheless, yeah, we'll be covering NBA coming up here soon, and that'll be the end of it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you. What is today? Monday. We'll probably see you sometime at the end of the week to get ready for
definitely
the next week of NFL. So hope everybody has a good night.
Yeah.
And
we're the Right Guys. Add us up on Twitter. We got a page on Facebook. Search the Right Guys Sports on Facebook. It's the Right Guys, RITE, on Twitter. Hell yeah.
Thanks again, guys.
Yeah.